Do you love silly stories for kids? Why not consider joining our family? You can even get a very special message from one of your favourite silly stories for kids characters. Head over to the website to find out more. It's your support that helps us to continue to make exciting stories and more crazy content.
Did somebody say crazy?
Oh, Pimpin, no. Pimpin! One day, Juliet, Fletcher and Penny were outside going for a bushwalk. Now, they really liked going for walks in the bush because they could see all kinds of amazing things. Today, they were outside near a river. I wonder what we'll see today, said Juliet. I don't know, said Fletcher. Hopefully something fun. I don't know, said Penny. Hopefully. They kept walking along the track, and as they did, they saw all kinds of fun things. They saw a kangaroo hopping along the side of the road. They saw a wallaby nuzzling around in some scrub. They even saw an echidna that was crawling under some branches. This is so much fun, said Fletcher. I love seeing all the animals. Then they walked closer towards the river, and as they looked in, they saw... Is that a platypus? Said Fletcher. I think so, said Juliet. It is, said Juliet. I can see it. It looked up at them, turned around, and dove up in the air and then splashed back into the water. Whoa, that was a cool trick, said Fletcher. Then it popped its head back out the water. Hey, you guys here for the Platypus Wrestling? What? Said Juliet. Yeah, the big Platypus Wrestling. No? Oh. Well, do you want to come anyway? Said the platypus. Sure, said Juliet. Why not? I like the sound of this, said Fletcher. So the three kids followed the platypus along the river, and as they followed him, he led them to a giant opening where it was like there was a big pool in the middle of the river. When they got there, there was heaps and heaps of platypuses sitting around the outside of the big pool. Hi, said Fletcher as he waved to all the platypuses. Hello, they said. Hey, welcome. We're so excited you could come. Yeah, we didn't know that you guys were coming, said another one. I don't think they knew that they were coming, said the platypus that was leading them all in. Where are we, said Juliet. You are at the Platypus Wrestling Arena. Platypus Wrestling? I've never heard of any of this, said Juliet. Well, said the platypus, it's the time of the year when all the platypuses get together and they have a big wrestling tournament to see who the strongest platypus of all is. Do you guys want to join in? Well, we're not platypuses, said Juliet. No, said Fletcher, but I do want to join in. Just then, one of the platypuses said, Should we tell them? Tell us about what? Said Juliet. Yeah, said Fletcher, tell us about what? Well, they seem like nice kids. I guess we can tell them. They took them over to the side of the pool and showed them a spot where there was a funny-looking stick. What's that stick? Said Juliet. Well, said one of the platypuses, let me show you. He picked up the stick and he held it over Fletcher's head. He waved it back and forth, and all of a sudden, Fletcher turned into a platypus. Whoa, he said, as he looked at his new webbed hands and his tail. You're a platypus, said Juliet. He's a platypus, said Penny. Do me, she said. So the platypus waved the stick over Penny's head, and Penny also turned into a platypus. Okay, said Juliet, I guess we're all joining in. So they waved the stick over Juliet as well, and she also turned into a platypus. Are you guys ready for the Platypus Wrestling? I guess so, said Juliet. Let's do this, yelled one of the platypuses. All of a sudden, they could hear a very loud announcer's voice. Ladies and gentle platypuses, we hope that you are very excited for this year's annual Platypus Wrestling! And all the people cheered, wow! In our first wrestling event, we have the champ, Big Platy Pounder! All the platypuses cheered, yay! Platy Pounder, Platy Pounder, they all started to chant. And his opponent, the newcomer... Hey kid, what's your name? Said the announcer. My name's Fletcher. You need a cooler name than that. Call me the Fletchinator. Oh, that's a good one. All right, and his opponent, the Fletchinator. All the platypuses stood in awe. Ooh. Boo, they all said. How does this work, said Fletcher. Well, when the bell rings, you ding ding, what do I do, said Fletcher. Next thing, the Bloody Pounder dove across the pool and tackled Fletcher into the water. Wow, said Fletcher as he went under. What do I do? I guess wrestle back, said Juliet. Okay, said Fletcher. So he tried his best to wrestle against the platypus. It was very strange. He'd never had webbed hands or a tail before. The Bloody Pounder was very strong and was trying to hold him, but Fletcher decided that he would try using his tail. He whacked the Bloody Pounder in the stomach. Oh, said the Bloody Pounder. That was a good trick. Sorry, he said. Nah, it's all good fun, said the Bloody Pounder. Let's keep going. And they started tackling and wrestling each other. And Fletcher grabbed the Bloody Pounder and then started bopping him with his tail over and over again. The Bloody Pounder got very dizzy. Whoa, he said as he fell over and fell backwards into the water. He laid down and popped his head up. I surrender, he said. I declare the winner, the Fletchinator, called the announcer. Yay! Called all the platypuses. They were so excited. All right, our next event, we have the Fletchinator versus... What's your name, little girl? My name's Juliet. What are we going to call you? Maybe the Julie Exterminator? Oh, that's a good one, said the announcer. The new opponent, the Julie Exterminator! The platypuses all cheered. Yay! I'm not meant to wrestle with my sister, said Fletcher. Well, this is the Platypus Wrestling Championship. You have to. Yeah, I guess it's okay for this one. I'll be careful, said Fletcher. All right, is everybody ready? Ding, ding, went the bell, and Fletcher raced towards the middle. But Juliet was quick. She dove out the way and was diving and ducking around him, swimming very, very fast. Fletcher couldn't get anywhere near her. Oh, he said as he tried to tackle her. She was too quick. Oh, Juliet, slow down, he said. I don't think I want to be tackled, said Juliet. I surrender, she said. What? Said the announcer. I don't want to wrestle, she said. Okay, said the announcer. I guess the Fletchinator's the winner. All the platypuses were quite confused. Oh, well, I guess it's on to the next round, said the announcer. Okay, they said. Who's next? I'm next, said Penny. Penny was the tiniest platypus anyone had ever seen. I don't think you can wrestle, said Fletcher. You're a little bit too little. Bring it on, brother, she said. Oh, okay, said Fletcher. I guess you're in. What's your name? I'm called In for a Penny, In for a Pounding. That's a bit too long. Well, just call me Pounding, she said. Okay. Well, here we go. The last event of the day, the Fletchinator versus the Pounding. Now, Penny, said Fletcher, let's just pretend so that you don't get hurt. Ding, ding. Penny dove across the pool and tackled Fletcher straight into the water. Wow, he said. Then she started tail bopping him all over. Bop, 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 bop. Hey, ooh, ow, 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 said Fletcher. He was getting bopped everywhere. Then she swam around underneath him and popped him out of the water with her head. Fletcher went flying into the air. Wow, splash. He splashed into the water and the crowd went wild. Then Penny jumped high into the air and landed on his tummy. Oof, he said. I'm the winner. I surrender, said Fletcher. I surrender. And we declare the winner. In for a penny, in for a pounding, said the announcer. Hooray! Cheered all the platypuses. And the three kids swam back out of the water. We better get back to our parents. They'll be wondering where we are. How do we turn back into normal kids again? We just need to use the other end of the stick, said one of the platypuses. So he picked up the stick and waved it over Fletcher. And as he did, he turned back into a boy. Then he waved it over Juliet. And then he waved it over Penny. And the three kids said goodbye to all the platypuses and raced back to the track. They walked all the way back home and walked in the door. Did you kids have fun on your walk? Lots of fun, said Fletcher. Too much fun, said Juliet. Let's do platypus wrestling, said Penny as she jumped from the couch and dove on top of Fletcher. What's platypus wrestling, said their mum. Well, said Fletcher, I don't think you'd believe us, even if we told you. And that is the end of the story. This story is brought to you by Platypus Wrestling Gyms, the only place to learn all those super secret platypus wrestling moves. If you'd like to learn more about platypus wrestling, why not share this story with one of your friends? And don't forget to like and review the podcast. We thank you for joining us for another Platypus Wrestling World Championships. This has been us, the Platypus Wrestling team. And me, Sam. We'll see you soon.